Thank you for tuning into the Poppy J and Wise El Jefe on the BS3 network. Before we dive into the show, we would like to remind our viewers that the opinions expressed on this show are solely those of the host. The BS3 network does not necessarily endorse or agree with any of the views we express on this program. Furthermore, the BS3 network is not responsible for the accuracy or timeliness of any information discussed on this show. While we strive to provide informative and entertainment content, we cannot guarantee the accuracy of everything said on Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. With that said, we encourage our viewers to take everything discussed on the show with a grain of salt and to do their own research and fact-checking when appropriate. Thank you for understanding, and now let's get into the show. Everyone has a story, but few have the power to change lives. Introducing The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace, by Anthony J. Gonzalez with Pepper Chambers, a journey of redemption and transformation. Follow Anthony's raw and honest story as he finds his new purpose in life, turning his darkest moments into a guiding light for others. This inspiring story will take you through Anthony's journey, showing you that it's never too late to change your path and embrace your true potential. Don't miss the life-changing tale of redemption and the power of the human spirit. Get your copy today of The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace on Amazon and iBook, and witness the incredible power of transformation. And welcome to another episode of Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. I am WIZE.
And I am Poppy J.
And you are catching us on the BS3 network. How's everybody doing out there today? What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing on my end. Working. Work.
All right, so we're going to just jump right into it. So this segment is what we're calling Mental Health in Sports, the importance of self-care and support, especially with a lot of the stories that's been going on this past year. How important is it, you think, that these athletes really try to maintain their mental health?
I think it's very important. Very, very, like, extremely important.
Well, some great example is the situation with Andrew Wiggins. Why did he miss so much time? Was it going? What the rumors that were circulating and all this other stuff? How do you think someone of that level and that kind of a player, and dealing with such horrendous rumors, how do you think someone in that position should handle that? What do you think they should do? Should they seek help? Talk to someone?
Talk to someone, definitely. I mean, if the accusations is true, then he definitely needs to talk to someone. But even if it's just having to deal with the media and everybody trying to find out what's going on, people probably stalking his crib, like, it just, you gotta have, like, I don't give a damn attitude. And then, but you're gonna then having that attitude causes for you to hold a lot in, so you still need help. Like, there's no way around it. You need to talk to somebody, whether it's true, whether it's false. Just everything that came with that wave of everybody want to know. Your name is on the news all day, talking about everything for the whole time you're gone. Like, everybody want to know why. Like, people was stalking. People was in the coffee shop where he drinks. Like, people was around looking. And so, yeah, you gotta. It's a business. This is what baffles me. It's a business. It's a grimy business. It's a racist business. Like, if 85% of the people is racist, then the whole business is racist. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's no I'm in the room at the table and you're either going to be racist with us or you're going to shut up. So it's just a lot that you got, like, you need mental health. People need to talk to people in general, but in sports, I think that you have to have an outlet to get frustration off, because you football, you're supposed to be tough. Basketball, I guess you could be whatever.
Well, yeah, another situation now. You got Stephen A. Smith talking about Kawhi Leonard should retire because I get it. Kawhi Leonard is missing the play. He missed the playoffs again because he got hurt again.
And this is what gets me mad because he's getting paid. Why are you throwing that out there? You know what I'm saying? Like this is where you sometimes you could understand where what's his name that used to be bashing Stephen A come from. Like, what's his name? The one that they said was a bust.
Oh, Kwame Brown.
This is where sometimes now you can understand the validity of some of the stuff he was saying, because why are you throwing that out there? Period. Why is ESPN making that a thing? Why is that? That's not. LA is letting it rock. The Clippers is doing what they doing. They enjoying the sales. Why are you out there saying, like, putting that out there? So now it's a question. Now everybody's on your business. Now everybody's pressure's on him now. Now everybody's trying to find out. You attracting unnecessary attention to people for no reason. But that ain't Stephen A. That's ESPN.
But Stephen A is the one who said it, though.
All right, but he's the one that they know will say it. That's it. We got all these different headlines. Let's give Steven this one. Because he's always saying it's tough love or some stupid shit. Sometimes you gotta shut up, man. That ain't like I ain't doing that segment. But then the powers that be is the powers that be. That's why I say this is you gotta have someone to talk to once you get into any of these corporate conglomerates, man. You have to. Because the shit you're gonna endure and the shit that's gonna be people just think they have the right to say stuff. And everybody ain't equipped for people to just say stuff. Everybody ain't equipped to fight through it.
Because they look at you as you're their property. They're paying you. So you need to be there. You need to show up.
Listen, Stephen A ain't paying shit. ESPN ain't paying shit.
Well,
they getting paid. They getting paid.
They're paying the NBA a lot of money to air their games.
All right. Not to say anything about who should retire, who's a bust. Like that right there is when you start putting pressure on the young kids. Always say they're young men. They're young men. They need to grow up.
So let's talk about that word bust. Do you think that you should be labeling anyone a bust?
Dude, he made it to the NBA. You can't be a bust.
I know. I'm
saying you can't be a bust. Not even what's his name? Football player.
Marcus Russell.
Nah, not him.
That would be the biggest bust in NFL.
But this is what I'm saying. You can't be a bust if there's only 1% that can make it to the NFL.
I know. I'm just saying, but he would be the one they would consider a bust.
Yeah, but you can't, and that's what I'm saying about that word bust. You can't say that to somebody who made it into a 1% chance.
So Johnny Manziel is not a bust.
No, he's not a bust. He was just stupid, childish, rich, spoiled. He was everything except a bust because he made it to NFL. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of colleges. There's a lot of quarterbacks. Not everybody makes it to the NFL. So you can't be so the word bust is just wrong to use when you know the odds of even making it there. Like that's what I'm saying. They spin these narratives, but people's not realizing only 1% makes it from college to the pro.
Was Kwame Brown really a bust? He had a pretty long career in the NBA.
Dude, you can't be a bust if you made it. If you got drafted
and stay for a long enough time.
Yeah, Cam ain't a bust. Mark Mariota ain't a bust. Jameis Winston ain't a bust. They just not great, but they not a bust. They made it. Top 1 and 2s. You can't. No bust. Shea and them had them on the draft. Not everybody can make that draft, man. They like you just not a bust.
So Carson Wentz is not a bust.
No, he just got mental-ish. That's what I'm saying. People need to talk to people, man. All this shit's mental, yo. You gotta step away. Like you can't handle it. Everybody can't handle what comes with. Everybody's dream is to get somewhere. But then are you really equipped mentally to once you get there? For everything. You hear it before you get there. You see all the fuckery before you get there. And then you get there, and then you really not equipped for there. So you need to talk to somebody to help you navigate through this. It can't be a homie that's gonna say, yeah. It be those people that that is gonna tell you what, no matter how much money you got, they still gonna tell you if you fucking up or if you're doing something wrong. You need that. Even if and the people that can afford therapy, then they need to talk to somebody. Find somebody to talk to, because everybody's not equipped for there. Everybody's not equipped for the Twitter backlash. Everybody ain't equipped for social media. Everybody's not equipped for this. Just because everybody's using it and doing it, playing it, and participating in all these things, don't mean you mentally equipped for the game you playing. Because then there'd be no crying. You can't cry when you know this game is dirty from the root. You know they're gonna cut you. You know they're gonna do this if you get hurt too many times. You know this. This is the game. Get what you could get, stack what you can stack, and prepare yourself for an exit, whether it be willingly or unwillingly. There's always an exit. It's not gonna last for everybody. Everybody's not gonna get 100, 200 million. Get what you can get, like what's his name from the Vikings? Milk the game.
Kirk Cousins?
Yep, milk the game. See, and people are like, he's no good in the daytime, in the prime time, none of that. Who cares? His checks is sweet. That's why he don't care. He should have never did the little.
Should have did the 2 Chainz.
Nah, he should have did the what he said. How you like that? Whatever he said, he should have chilled. He was in the moment, but he cashed them checks, yo. He made more money than all these players.
them franchise tags was paying lovely.
So and then you see people say I ain't signing it. They not understanding that. They still not seeing Kirk Cousins when they hear that. They still not seeing how to manipulate it. You're a running back. Of course you was going to be the one they franchise. Tag. That's it. And if you don't make it through next year, you gone. So get your money. Get your money. And remember,
because you're getting paid top 5 running back money.
Look, and remember the game that's being played. That's it. That's why I like Lamar. Take your stands. Be willing to ride or die with it. There's more to going on. And they deal in business. People want to act like, oh, he can't get in rooms and this and this. It's a game, man. It's a game. The narrative, keep Baltimore on the news, keep everybody wondering. It's all politics, man. They got Odell. You think now he's gonna leave? Like they're trying to get Hopkins. Like just give him something. That's all he was saying. Give me something and give me a couple of dollars. Give me something. Or give me all this 200, because and now they doing the right thing. He gonna give him a good deal, friendly team deal.
All right, man. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and the Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger,
And then you have Ray J. Like, I
Look at
can't
Ray
stand
J.
that River Cricket.
the Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts.
If I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
And we are back. So on this segment, we're going to discuss celebrity culture, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I know when I brought this segment up to you and before, and I told you about what it was going to be about, you was excited because you get to really now.
Yeah, because celebrity culture is messing up the world.
So what do you mean?
It's just celebrities ain't. This is not the word. Like,
I know what you mean, but let's enlighten the people. So what is it? So is the fact that they promote a lifestyle that other people emulate and or try to emulate, but can't afford to actually emulate it.
they promote a lifestyle that they wouldn't even allow their children to do. I'm not talking about the ones that's decided to have the whole family go down Goofy Street. I'm not talking about those celebrities. I'm talking about celebrities, the ones that people like high regard, like really high regard, squeaky clean celebrities, the ones that appear to do no wrong. So that way you idolize them. But they ain't letting your kids and their kids are never gonna meet. So when you start trying to live according to people that don't even want to live around you, it makes it kind of like that's misleading. And it's all in itself, as much as everybody talk about what they doing for the culture and stuff for the culture. Every time I turn around, somebody's selling liquor. Somebody's selling something. Every time I turn around, somebody got something new for people to purchase.
Yeah.
And then because it's black owned and they might donate to something that trickle down, a little bit of the donation ends up in a pool of something. People just go with it. But all they doing is just selling shit. You can look at the landscape. The OGs put in place certain people in their field, ushered them into the podcast land and make them Jay Leno, make him get that exclusive interview. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a network that goes back to the table and just learns how to keep you because they want to get rich. Everybody's trying to be a billionaire. So how much are you really going to do for the hood when you know you want that money back in sales? Like, what's the exchange for that? I'm already setting you up.
So shouldn't it be more on the focus on showing people how to get out of the hood than actually giving back to the hood? Like showing people the way to build wealth to get out of the hood.
No, they want you to pay for it by subscribing. And then they give you the long version, the textbook version, which you take by the time you get to the end of the book. You forgot what you was even watching this shit for. Because you think about it like this. Look, you think about it like this. And this is an experiment that I've been trying live. Like, I haven't told nobody. I pay people to work for me, help me out. I paid them good. Not insane, but good. Like, you couldn't get, like, good. For the quick amount of time that this money is accumulated in. I pay you good because there's enough for everybody. Every business has a certain threshold of how much you gotta really rake. How much are you really trying to rake in? Like, how much are you trying to kill the people? Because you're trying to kill the people, that means you smashing them with these high prices and doing the same shit that somebody like me could come through and do for the low. So I'm not in competition. So the business is, you got to be affordable still and still get the good service. It don't take no longer for me to do what I'm doing this way than it does for you to pay somebody just because they got a name. And that's the same thing with everything. Nobody's really trying to show people the light. School put people onto the game as they are going, as you are learning, pass that down, start planting seeds. Nobody's doing that. They'll tell you something, somebody will kick some, they'll have a clip of somebody saying some wise words somewhere, but there ain't no blueprint. There ain't nobody giving up the blueprint, because then all of us will have money and what they're going to sell.
And it's just, yeah, it's us wanting, because me and you really don't follow celebrity stuff and stuff. We joke on it. We the reason we follow it is because we want to talk about it on the show and joke on it. But it's crazy what a lot of these regular people out in this world do for celebrities. Like, they'll go spend their last few dollars on a pair of lip gloss or sneakers or a purse or outfit that they saw their favorite celebrity wear.
When I know, it makes me like, this is why the goal is the woods. But yeah, you know what? It is that you got to understand everybody's not meant to be a chief, so there will be a lot of Indians. You understand what I'm saying? There will be those people. There's a lot of people that like to, like, that's why I said there's three types of people: those who make shit happen, those who watch shit happen, and those who let shit happen. So you already know that these are these type of people. So now it's on you to navigate through that. So I'm not mad at them for pushing what they pushing. I'm really talking to the people that's a little bit like us. I'm just letting them pointing at these things we talk about, and how I say stuff is for the people like us that may just want to, like, oh, so I ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. It's the game. That's what I said. When you know the system is corrupt, now it's up to you to navigate through this. Make sense of it. Don't partake in whatever you don't want to partake in. Partake in what you want to partake. This is on you. This is when everybody got to take ownership of their own choices. It can't be somebody else made me. It can't be I was mad. You can't make these rash choices and stuff like that have huge consequences these days. Whether that dude from Creed 3 is Beta or not, And now she's like sad that she even like the situation even became a situation. It's
But
like,
he didn't be here. He the one who called the cops.
listen, I'm just saying, or he's the one that one stupid out of control moment caused a big snowball effect these days.
But okay, but we've discussed this. So he didn't do anything wrong. So he was already punished. He was already judged. And that's why you say you're a pro man, because this man was already judged before the facts even came out. He had already lost 2 endorsement deals.
And this is where he has to sit back and think about the choice. Like, why even messing with this bitch? Like, it goes back to choice. Like, you chose that headache.
Maybe she wasn't like that.
Man, that wasn't no sporadic shit. Just like they saying he ain't like that. Like there's history in the both sides. We ain't just gonna eliminate history and always focus on the guy's history. There's history on both sides. He's seen that shit before. I ain't no first timer. She seen that shit before. That ain't no first timer. They seen this before. But in doing dumb shit and what liking the wild fighty stuff, you lose millions now. Potential to gross millions right now. They already looking for replacements, like replacement U's. That's how easy it is. Like, replacement U already. We already got 3 actors' names popped up. We're gonna replace this dumbass. So it's just, and it could have been a sabotage. It could have been a setup. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's so many. This game is wicked. Life is wicked. So now you got to navigate. You, Debbie, man. Listen, the culture ain't defined by entertainers to me. Because they don't be on those blocks. They used to be on those blocks back in their era. But they don't be on those blocks now. Like, they don't know the pulse of the streets. The culture is us. We define the culture. And the culture right now is us killing each other again. Like, this is what it is. And then they just sit there and they sell you some liquor. You just drink some liquor. Here you go, nigga. You're gonna kill yourself anyway. Have a drink. And they capitalize, and this is just life. And this is what you need therapy for. Life. Period. Because as you become awake, you can't sit there and endure all this and not need to talk about it. Not need to vent to somebody. See if somebody else understands you a little bit. Like, you don't agree with everything I say, but you understand what I be trying to say. So that's good enough for me. That works. And then whoever else listens, that works. But this right here is therapy for me because I look at the world this way now. COVID changed my perception. So now I be needing to like talk. I don't really need no feedback. That's what you do. That's when this comes in handy. Like, you go and stand on whatever you say. Like, I'll stand on everything I say. So I feel good talking. But this world is crazy. And that celebrity culture, I don't even know what the culture, I don't know how hip hop even, like the culture, like the way they trying to say the culture, this defines the culture. It's crazy.
But it's crazy because they're like, Puerto Ricans didn't play a part in hip hop. Like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy?
Listen, I don't even talk to people that say anything. I don't even think people know what hip hop is. Rap. Yeah, I think everybody knows what rap is. Hip hop, I don't even think people understand the nuances to what hip hop was. MCing, not rapping, MCing. Like that. There was nuances. I appreciate the
DJs,
the evolution.
DJs, yeah.
I appreciate the evolution, but you can't. The contribution is so wide when it came to hip hop. Like, very broad, like it's a wide range. It might have started with a few people and they was the first noticeable one, but the streets there's always somebody rapping, always somebody singing. You can't define it by the ones that made it. That's like kind of unfair. It's like, yeah, I get it. I don't know who the godfather of rap is. I don't know none of that. All I know is the history of music. And it all comes from jazz and all that sprinkled up, and then you do what you want with it. But the melodies and the everything, so and that jazz come from like everything come from somewhere. It wasn't. I don't know who defines. Just keep putting it. And hip hop was only 50 years old. Me and hip hop is the same age, man. How the fuck do you think I'm gonna let hip hop define anything? Niggas my age. And I don't think hip hop is smart. Oh, that's crazy, yo. Nah, I don't know. All I know is people need to I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, there's a lot of people that like to watch shit and let shit happen, and so kudos to y'all. But I'm the third one. So I'm not, so I can't understand it. I'm not trying to understand it. All you could do is just tell people how you view things, and then amongst all the other stuff that people tell them, they got to figure it out. Everybody got to figure it out. There's no holding your hands through life.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick break, man. We'll be right back.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage. A loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
And we are back. All right, so this segment, we're going to discuss a little something that we've been working on ourselves, actually. And it's about navigating social media, tips on how to starting to build an online presence, which we've been doing lately, which we've working on. And what are tips? What are the tools that we use? Instagram, Reels, TikTok, StreamYard helps us now with being able to clip the show on StreamYard and able to share it directly onto YouTube Shorts, or you want to download it and take it to Canva and hook it up and put words and all this other stuff on there. It's helped us grow our fan base.
Yeah, it has. I think content is starting to be more important. What you talking about just as much as everything else.
Okay.
But StreamYard is definitely, I think, the most. And I tried a couple of them things when we first started. I think StreamYard was like the most user friendly. So it helps you. And then as far as your presence, you just gotta be consistent.
Listen,
Like
StreamYard.
you have to be consistent. Like even me, I know the difference between the numbers you got and the numbers I got. Even though in the beginning when I was consistent, I probably would have had a decent amount of numbers if I'd have stayed consistent. But you got to be consistent. That's probably the most important thing of them all. If you're going to build an online, if you're going to build any type of presence on anything, you have to be consistent. If you're going to build a persona on Instagram, then you better be ready to Instagram your butt off. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to build a presence on YouTube, then you better have reels, shorts, everything, posts where you could just post and share it. Your, like even the videos when people, like when I share it, I could just post it on my YouTube. And that hashtags is important. I think that's my biggest mishap in the beginning, was not really understanding the importance of hashtags.
I didn't know any of that, man. I was just uploading. When I was uploading my audio, I was just uploading it. I wasn't doing no descriptions, no titles. I was like, put episode 1. Here you go, intro, and that's it. But as we grew, we learned about these things. We learned about marketing. We learned about the value of social media and how to use it properly.
Yeah, those are the. I tell you, it's not as hard as people think. The consistency is harder. I think
that's where it hurts. That's where it hurts us, is because if we were to be more consistent, then yeah, we would be doing better.
Yeah, but now you got to factor in your regular day, your regular daily routine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Some people don't have the regular daily routine, so they numbers is always going to appear to be insane because they got nothing but time to do it. At one time, that's what we was doing. Like that's why I say it was nice to learn the nuances of all this, because now you know the right procedures. Even to get a view, you got to do more than just somebody say, yo, like my page or subscribe to my page, and then you go hit subscribe and never watch nothing on the page. They won't count it. It won't reflect as a subscribe. Then you'll be over there thinking that nobody's subscribing, but there was always a technique to the subscription part to control people just having somebody just like and subscribe.
Yeah.
So those things you got to know. Like once you know that, then the game is more. Now you're ready to play the game. That's what I'm saying. Some people is in the game and don't know even those little nuances that make that really help. Like you got to play a video. You got to play more than I think it's more than a certain amount of minutes before they even count the view. It's mad little shit, very fine print. Shit hitting in the fine print that have people thinking they just ain't doing it right because they don't got the followers. They ain't doing it right because everybody's not subscribing. When you ain't even telling them how to do it properly.
Yeah.
So it's just, and the ones that got the numbers, they're gonna count everything. Cause now that's the money machine. So we're gonna make those numbers go up because it's doing good for us. It's a whole little, it's a game, and you gotta be prepared for the game, or you'll quit, or you'll lose your mind. Either way. Either way, you just gotta be prepared for any game that you get into. That's like the most important thing. Understand the game that you're about to get into. Learn it. Don't just say, yo, my man told me, or my girl told me, or just learn whatever you're trying to do, learn it. If you don't learn it, then you can't cry when you get jerked. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to avoid. Like, nobody needs to cry about getting jerked when, if you learned it, you would have been prepared for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn the system. You gotta learn what's
gotta put that work in. That's what I'm saying. People want everything without putting that work. You want to be goofy.
Because they see like when they do see somebody successful, they're like, oh, this guy came out of nowhere. But no, that person's probably just been grinding and grinding and grinding, and then it popped. And now you're only just seeing the pop. You're not seeing the work.
Man, if I was all dependent on views, man, I'd have been quit. I told you this was always, I never cared about the numbers. That's the one thing I'm glad I've been documented since I did this shit. Like, I don't care about the numbers. This really was like nice to just get talk. That's why I started talking real. That's why it was just nice to just look at people, put my face on it, let you know it's coming out of my mouth, and just talk. But if you're a number chaser, put in that work. You gotta put in that work. Stop being goofy, man. This content is now just turning into where you really gotta be talking about something. We done with the goofiness, as you can see. If you pay attention to shit, like that goofy shit stay on only very goofy people timelines. Everybody's talking now. Everybody's getting to the root of something. But whatever aspect of mental health they dealing with, there's always some type of real content that people are starting to gravitate to, because everybody needs something. Everybody's thinking like somebody. So it shouldn't be like you should always be trying to, if you're saying you're working on bettering yourself, then don't do it just when the camera's on.
Yep.
And everybody's looking for somebody to just that understands them. Everybody wants to be understood. So whatever we could say to help people that might be like me or might be like you. Know what I'm saying? And just see how you keep it pushing, and how everybody's looking for the way that might work for them. I tried a lot of different ways. They ain't all work for me.
That's how it has to be. You have to try different different maneuvers, because there might be one that don't catch, and there's one that catches. There might be, and so you learn all these little tricks, and you learn all these little different things to help improve what you're doing, and it's just been, again, becoming a student of the game. In order to really learn how to play the game, you have to become a student of it. You have to really start seeing the things that consistency was something that we learned the hard way, that it had to be consistent. You had to be consistent with it. And when we were consistent, we would see, like with Talking Real is prime example. When we were consistent with it, we were growing viewers and all that, and then we slacked off. We would have missed a week here, missed a week there, and then the viewership started dwindling. But when we were consistent with it, people were tuning in. They're like, "Oh man, time for my."
And that's and it's all part of what is your end game like?
But it was the beginning of what
our end game was never like we always knew I was trying to get behind the scenes.
But we was green though. It was still
that's what I'm saying. Everybody knew we was trying to get behind the scenes.
And we was creating fun content. We was having a blast doing what we was doing.
Yeah,
so it was just us. It was just us growing and developing our brand, developing our characters, developing what it is that we want to put out there. Those are the first steps. Those are the first blocks to our foundation.
Yeah, but that was all an experiment. It started out as an experiment because we was trying to figure out the machine and the numbers and how this game. Like we always paid it. That's why we knew. That's why it was more. Yeah, we was talking real, but then we had more time on our hand because of the COVID situation to really hone in on how these numbers is getting, how the numbers move. We was always into the analytics shit behind the scene. So Now that you know consistent, it's like, all right, cool. So I know when I start recording, I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I'm not going to start recording and then stop. I learned that. We already experiment that. It's not to repeat it. But, and that's so, it's just, and then you know what you're going to talk about. Like, you know, either way, however I share it or share my opinion, it's either going to be humorous to somebody or it's going to be like, wow. And then for some people, it's like, yo, this nigga ain't stupid. That's it. Those are only two people that's my audience. That's it. It's just those are the main people. Like, wow. Something to make you think. And then the people that just think like, yo, this nigga talking crazy. And that's it. Not understanding that is just, I don't know how to talk no other way. I don't know how to talk politically correct. I know how not to offend nobody, but I definitely don't know all the political correct things to say.
Yeah.
And that's my niche, that I don't know all the politically correct things to say. I figured it out now. So free.
Yeah.
But just gotta be consistent. At the end of the day, consistency and some good topics. Like, it's cool to have a little laughy segment, but
no, you gotta definitely bring some stuff of value. You gotta bring something that's gonna help the people, is gonna help
yourself.
Yeah. It's you gotta provide something. We also gotta, it's fun when we joke about the celebrities and we have the segments on, but we also have to have segments where we discuss about helping people improve. We discuss about our experiences at using social media to build what we're building, because we were where they're at, especially if they're starting out. So yeah,
listen, it's a dirty game. Be mentally prepared. That's it. This game is not meant to be fair, and as you go along, you'll be like, "Oh, that's some bullshit," and just be mental. Just keep it pushing. Like, know that you're gonna say that a couple of times. You might say that a lot. You're gonna say, "Oh, this is some BS," a couple of times. But it's a part of the learning process. It's that work you got to put in.
Yeah, definitely got to put in that work. It's a process. Everything's a process. You grow and develop. So, but that's it for the show. I don't have anything else to discuss today.
Me neither. Keep it pushing. Keep your eye on the prize. That's it. If you don't keep your eye on the prize.
Listen, right now I'm about to start getting ready to go watch my New York Knicks finish off the Cleveland Cavaliers. So hopefully by the time this airs, my team should be in the second round of the playoffs. So
I better win tonight, right? Or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
I'm gonna watch the game.
It's tonight of the recording, but it's not
the Knicks. My uncle's a Knicks fan.
But all right, man. Poppy J's on the phone while we still.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.